Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Kiren.
And Dom.
Today me and Dom are reviewing Oppenheimer. It is out in theaters right now. What'd you think?
That was long.
It was a long one, folks.
Yeah.
Very long.
There was some good. It was, but also weighed down by kind of being kind of bloated.
Way too long. Could have been easily 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think I've discovered something. I don't think I'm a fan of Christopher Nolan's like style of filmmaking.
Definitely the thinking man's Michael Bay.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, I've seen the greats, obviously, like Stanley Kubrick,
Right.
Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino. I would even say that Stanley Kubrick has a slow, like, his movies are very long and kind of like, but there's, I don't know, like, there's something about it that just keeps you kind of enthralled, but like Christopher Nolan, it's like this movie was going 100 miles an hour, but it was sort of slow at the same time. I don't know how that happens.
That was there's a lot to take in, but at the same time it's just like, okay, can we keep going? Can we move this along a little bit?
Yeah, the story was interesting. It's based on true events.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer was a scientist who basically was kind of
In charge of the Manhattan Project.
yeah. So obviously, if you went to learn history in high school, you probably know what happened in World War II and
Right.
with the atom bomb and everything. So it was basically about that, him kind of creating the formula, or trying to, I guess, in race with like
The Nazis.
the Nazis and things like that. So that aspect was interesting. They did throw in some kind of drama in there as well.
Yeah, personal drama, like stepping on the toes of the wrong people and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and the acting was great.
Oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr. was awesome in this.
Yeah, it was just the pacing. It was just like,
And then some of the music it wasn't bad, but it was just really distracting.
yeah,
At some points it was just too loud. You can barely hear over the thing. It's like kind of getting that kind of artificial like kind of tension buildup that it didn't really need.
yeah. I don't know who did the sound. I think it was that Hans Zimmer or whatever did the sound, but it was almost like Batman music over a drama, and it was like throughout the whole movie there was no like break. There was no
Right. There was definitely some moments where it just needed to be quiet, but it was just some overbearing noise.
yeah, and the parts that was done really well was when the bomb goes off. A lot of cool sound design.
Yeah.
And they actually had parts where it went quiet, and I was like, okay, cool, that was very realistic. But in terms of like when they're talking to each other, it's like, why is there music playing constantly? Like,
Oh, so loud too. Yeah.
a lot of scenes cutting back and forth. Some of the black and white scenes in this movie reminded me a little bit of like Oliver Stone's filming style a little bit.
Right.
Maybe that's because Robert Downey Jr. being in that, he was in Natural Born Killers, and that had a kind of a similar style to it. But Natural Born Killers, I thought was done in was executed better.
Right.
But then again, it's like Christopher Nolan. I don't know if he's trying to be like these other directors, or he's kind of his own thing. It's very hard to decide or whatever. But
Yeah, it's
but yeah, overall, it was a good movie. I just don't think I'm a fan of Christopher Nolan's movies, and I'm not gonna, a lot of people like his movies, and I think a lot of people are gonna love this movie.
I've seen a lot of people love it. Yeah, there was good elements. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I don't really care for his movies. I think it also has to do with a lot of his hardcore fanboys just kind of push you away from like enjoying his stuff too. So there's that aspect to it.
Yeah, it's there's a certain level that directors get, and they get kind of put on a pedestal, and sometimes it's like deserved. Other times it's just kind of like, I don't get it. And this is one of those cases where I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
he's good. He's a good director. I'm not gonna lie, but
I think he's a better writer than he is a director. But
yeah, for sure. And but yeah, go out and see it, and let us know what you think. Well, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe below. Let us know what you think of Oppenheimer.
Is there any other directors that you kind of think everyone likes and you just don't get?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. And on that note, we will catch you next time.
Peace.